Hello everyone, Marty Ziegler Russians here, and today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 8, titled Evolution, and boy, this episode was really good. It was really good. For starters, we're going to begin with, the thing I like was Eugene's story. You know, I'm not really the biggest fan of Eugene. I think he's a terrible character, but boy, his story in this episode was actually good and actually, round up and actually kind of terrifying. Also, the fact that you saw Daryl and Aaron and Jesus go out, and even in being a little confused, I really enjoyed it. I even enjoy Michonne and Magna's a little story. Michonne's story. I don't think Magna wasn't as much in this episode, but yeah. The reason I enjoy Michonne's story is that she's catching up with what's been happening with Hilltop a lot, and in my eyes, eyes, you know, and the fact she wasn't aware of it, and like I said in my previous review. There's so many great things about this episode. But I'm actually going to go with the cons for a bit. So I think my biggest problem with Season 9, at least the second half, is Henry. I just don't care for his character. I don't. He's the character I care about the least amount, and his story with, Gog or Gage, I think is his name. I don't care about that. I don't. And I think his story is bringing down the season, because I don't give a crap about his character. I didn't like him in Season 8, and I don't care about him now. Aside from that, it was a really good episode. And we also had a major shock this episode, or death. Jesus. Just why? Why? It's literally like in the show, almost all my favorite characters end up dying. You know, you had Shane, and it was still my favorite antagonist of the show. You had Rick, you have Pete, Jesse, the governor, who was another round? Terminus, Glenn. Well, at least I like midway season 3 through season 7 Glenn, not season 1 or 2 Glenn. But yeah, it seems like a lot of my favorite characters end up dying on the show, which is actually not negative, just that almost all the time my favorite characters end up dying, which is kind of funny because on The Flash it's the exact opposite. But yeah, I thought the way they show the Whisperers, man, how, like, at first Eugene just thought they must be evolving, then Daryl, Aaron, and Jesus were thought that you're just saying complete nonsense. They're dead. They can't evolve. But when it quickly turned out was people, I was like, because I knew they were people. I knew that they were people, but the fact that they even still acknowledge is something I really enjoy, because it actually makes sense. You know, you wouldn't really tell a difference between the two until you really could, but then it probably would be too late. And that's something I really like about the show. Overall, I'm gonna give this episode, I'm gonna say like a C, like last week's episode. Really good episode. Overall, Season 9 has been off to a great start. It has been great so far. But let me know what you thought of this episode down below, and as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.